You're looking at some of our children in southeast Congo, and the eyes of these orphans are telling a graphic and raw story. You can see the oldest boy is visibly angry and bitter. The two girls on the left are afraid, confused. The older girl has a look of hopelessness and resignation. She seems too young to possess that kind of disenfranchisement. The little boys are just disoriented, and most of them likely are HIV positive and have or will have malaria. This is the state in which Oscar and I found these children, neglected, forgotten, without options. And as we began to minister to them, it became apparent to me and to us that they were particularly and profoundly in bondage to their circumstances, even unable to connect. Now, if you were in my shoes, you're looking at these children, looking into their eyes, what would you do? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I got down on one knee and I found one of the littlest boys, and I picked him up and I held him in my arms, and I began to tell the children about Jesus Christ. Now, if you look at the second picture, and I want to remark that the second picture is only taken moments after the first picture, you'll see the effect of me getting down. You see, they're now engaged, they're receptive, they're laughing. Everything has changed when I got down and brought one of them up. Their circumstances have not changed, but they had changed. And this is a perplexing situation. I said, well, why? Well, look in the book of Exodus in the 3rd chapter, and we'll see Moses at the side of the burning bush. And we're in the 3rd chapter in the 7th verse. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So I've come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up from that land to a good and large land. This is the word of the Lord. You see the activity of the Lord in dealing with his people. He sees his people. He hears his people. He knows the sorrows of his people, and he comes down to deliver and bring them up. Now, these children are never going to be CNN is never going to bring a team to film these children. Fox News isn't going to cover them. There's far more things to capture the American mind than that. There are more competing news stories than these children. But the good news in all of this is that the Lord sees them, that he's heard their cries. He knows their sorrows. He's come down to deliver them and bring them up. You see, everything changes there. It all changes when Jesus came down and took us up into his arms. Everything changes. And so these children, though they look poor, though they look wretched, though they look as though they're in an impossibly irreconcilable circumstances, they are richer than they look. And I want to add this to you, dear friend, that if you're in the arms of Jesus and you know him, you are far more rich than you could ever imagine. If you do not know him, it doesn't matter what you have. You are wretched, miserable, and poor. But thanks be to God who saw us, who heard us, who knew our sorrows, and has come down to deliver us and bring us up. Thank you for your support. The Lord richly bless you.